Well, Dom, to put it bluntly, is that just a huge disappointment?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What happened with the performance?
I don't know, to be honest. Really, nothing to say. Again, in the last minute, I don't know how many times happened in the season already. Really, I don't know what to say. We have to wake up.
You just feel so flat stood here now.
Because I am. Because at the end, we have to, as I say, we have to wake up because it's 9 games to go. I really don't know. And if we keep going like this, next season we should be happy if we play Conference League.
Why do you think it keeps happening?
I don't know. If I would know the answer, then probably I would tell the guys and we will change it. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
It's a huge part of the frustration that a lot of the failings are familiar. They seem to happen week after week. The late goals being a key example, the play getting a bit slow being another example.
Well, I think in the first half we played very well. We controlled the whole game. I guess they hardly created any chance. Maybe they had one or two headers, but I think we were under control. And second half seems that we go out and I don't know. We just don't do the same things like in the first half, and the question is why. But probably we'll sit down together. And this is the most difficult time, but we have to stick to that. We have to stick together.
The boos from the supporters at full time today, rare at this place, really hurt to hear.
I didn't hear the boos, but obviously we can understand them because last season we became champion, and this season we are not performing in a way that we should be. But I think they should stand behind us because last season when we are champions 4 games before the end, everybody was happy. So support us now when we are in a difficult time.
Can you wake up in time? It's still there to qualify for the Champions League and, of course, this season's Champions League with the game you have in midweek?
Of course, there's always, not always time, but there's still time to show how much we want. We have to stay together. We have to fight for each other. We have to fight for the club because everybody want to play Champions League next season.
Thank you. You've been over this time and time again, been asked about it a million times. What is top of the to-do list in terms of things that can be fixed between now and midweek or between now and the end of the season?
No, it's not always been the same, the things we have to improve, but during the week we conceded a set piece. That's something we did a lot this season. In general, we've conceded far too many goals to pick up the amount of points this club and I'm used to. And of course, I think we are completely underperforming in terms of the chances we create and the amount of goals we score. And that's quite a surprise if you look at how much attacking quality we have. But yeah, if you're not able to score, then or not score enough, then you have to be able to keep a clean sheet, and that's something we find really hard this season.
And lastly, there were some boos at full time, not the whole stadium, but I would say a fair chunk of it. Does that concern you that there is maybe a fair chunk of the fan base that's maybe losing a little bit of patience at the moment?
No, I think it's completely normal. If the team you are supporting so many times is dropping points against teams where you don't expect them to drop point against, if so many times this happens in the last second of a game, then I think we all feel a lot of frustration. And they definitely, because they've experienced this far too many times than they are used to. And then it's completely normal that they show their frustration, the frustration that is felt by me, by the players, and also by our fans. And I'm 100% sure that if they show up Wednesday, they will be supportive again from the start. But if the team doesn't perform to the standards they are used to, I think it's completely normal that they are frustrated.
Thank you.
Under Igor Tudor, you couldn't see any positivity in terms of planning and improving.
No.
So what did you see that was a little bit different
It showed
today?
some fight there today, some organisation. I think the 4 at the back simplified it for them, helps them put a little bit of a shield on. Still, they leave and vacate the middle of the pitch too often, for my liking. Get the ball forward early, A little bit more direct rather than trying to little intricate passes around their penalty area, get the ball forward. You saw where the goal come from. You've got players out there who want to chase, they want to run. Solanke, Richarlison, they will chase lost causes all day for you.
Did you see a better attitude from the players?
Yeah, certainly. But I think it helps when they know the plan and they know what they have to get on with. And I think it was simplified. I think Matistel was okay today as well. I thought Kolo Muani come on and done his bit. You saw with the goal. They've got threats in the final third, but you have to get the ball to them. You know, you keep playing sideways and backwards. It's no good. It slows down. And then when you're a nervy team like you are, when it's natural. When you're at the bottom end of the table, you give the ball away and you slip over. We saw him in Europe. He didn't allow that today. It was no gimmies for Liverpool today. I thought Liverpool had to earn every chance they got. And they defended okay today, Tottenham. They really did. I thought they deserved it, Steve. I have to give them credit where it's due. Didn't give them a chance before the game. But they have to believe. You saw Pedro there saying, we have to believe in the dressing room. Of course they do. And now I think the fans might start believing, half believing. Obviously, they've not turned the corner yet, but it's certainly looking upwards rather than downwards now.
Do you think in any way they might have surprised Liverpool today, given what's gone on in the last 6 games where they've lost each and every one of them?
Potentially. I mean, Tim is right, but a lot of it was basic stuff. But that's what's been lacking from Tottenham. You know, a bit of fight, a bit of organisation. It's not. You know, they didn't blow us away today. It's not their quality.
You don't need your A licence for that, do you?
No. But amazingly, that can get you some good results if you have a plan, if you work hard and you stay organised. So would Liverpool be surprised by them? Not really. I mean, as I said before, I was surprised that Liverpool changed the teams as much as they did. It should be a game that Liverpool are winning. I mean, Liverpool in their heyday, a year ago, they would have blown Tottenham off the pitch.
Well, they did when we were there, 5-1.
Well, exactly. And they, Tottenham were there to be beaten again today, really. For Liverpool, it should have been 2 or 3-0, if they had played to their potential. But they didn't. And Tottenham made them pay. They stuck in the game. They stuck at it. They showed resolve and resilience. And it's not something we could, label Tottenham over recent weeks. So fair play to them. They definitely did deserve it. Just frustrating. I'm obviously sat here thinking this is an opportunity for Liverpool trying to get into the Champions League for next season. The pressure's on the team at the moment. And now you've cranked up the pressure. You've just been drawn against Manchester City in the next round of the FA Cup, away from home. And you're losing against Galatasaray in the Champions League. I mean, that within a week they could be out of 2 more competitions, and you're messing about with the team and drawing at home again, putting the pressure on you even more.
But we could see it coming, Mo, because we said at half time, what can they do? Steve asked me the question. What you can do is stay into the game, get to the hour mark, then it becomes anxious. It's exactly what happened.
You felt it.
They were sitting back. I saw Van Dijk and Gomez on the edge of their box. They were just encouraging pressure. Yes, they had a few breakaways of their own, but they were careless in possession, giving it back to Tottenham, and Tottenham were coming. They were coming, and they never made any mistakes themselves. And they nearly opened Liverpool up time and time again, and eventually they did. And I thought it was route one. Of course it was.
Yeah, it was direct, this, wasn't it?
If you don't
what
deal
you're
with
talking about.
If you don't deal with it, instead of like pretty patterns around the midfield, it doesn't have to be like this. Look, Vicario, get the ball forward. Right, so Kolo Muani, physicality, little nudge into Robbo there. Should have done better. Then he miscontrols this into Richarlison. They deserve that little bit of luck. He hasn't passed that into Richarlison. He's miscontrolled it into him, but who cares? This is, look, get off, pushes him off. It's like, get the ball forward, cause them problems, put them under pressure. That's exactly what he did in the second period. And that's what they should do from now on.
Yeah. Direct players hurt Liverpool. It's hurt them all season, actually. This was still all in front of them, but frustrating goal to concede. I mean, it's not like Tottenham did much for that one. A little bit of a scuff finish, but he's a thorn in everybody's side, Richarlison. He's a handful to play against. I just wondered, I thought Joe Gomez had played well, and I've been really impressed with him when he's been called upon this season. I wonder whether he just overcovered there. I thought Virgil van Dijk almost had it under control, and he came across to help his mate, left his man, and left a simple ball, although I agree, it didn't look like he was lifting his head up to play Richarlison in. I think he was thinking again.
I think that's why he come across, Mo, because he knows Kolo Muani's looking to strike that. So he thinks there's half a gap there, so I need to close it. So as he closes it, he just takes one more touch. I might be doing him a disservice, but it looked to me like he lost control of it, but who cares? Richarlison just tucked it. It was a horrible finish, but it was in the bottom corner.
Another late goal they've conceded. That's 8 past the 90th minute. Would that have been in their mind late on, do you think, at 1-0?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad recurring theme.
I know, but it is a recurring theme. It's like teams get used to scoring late on in games as well. You know, if you're an elite team, you go to the end, teams are tiring, you score in injury time, it breeds confidence. Next time you do it again, and eventually it's just something that the team does. It's a strength of a team. Well, at the moment, it's a weakness of this Liverpool team. It's not just, oh, this is just happening, it's just unlucky. This is something that is in their minds. It's something that when they're only one ahead, you can feel it in the crowd. Tim said after 70 minutes, this is going to be a draw. Tottenham are going to get something out of this game. You could feel it. You can feel it. You can see it. You can hear it. Yeah. Or the lack of noise. You know, and because it's happened so many times, it's just happening now. It's just happening. It's not a surprise. And the longer the game had gone on, the more Liverpool were becoming vulnerable.